Hi, Grayson. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, good. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. I know your time is really precious, and you've got a busy schedule, and you're filming and auditioning and doing all sorts of things. So yeah, we really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Happy to be here.
So yeah, we've got some fans zooming in from all over the place: the Philippines, Italy, France, Canada, New Zealand, USA, UK. So, and heaps of them have got some really awesome questions that they'd love to ask. So we're just going to get straight into it. And the first person we are going to go to is Mel, who is in the UK.
Hey Grayson, speak to you.
Hi, Mel. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks.
My question to you is, I know it's hard to know which direction Ricky's storyline's going at the moment because obviously he's joining the Marines. He's got an on-off relationship with Lizzie. So we last saw him leaving to do his basic training. I mean, without giving too much away, can you say whether we're going to see a lot more of Ricky's journey to come or?
No, that's hard to say. I think the thing is for Ricky to grow, he'll need to be off the show for a little while. Because like basic training, of course, takes a while. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but I think like a little time away makes the heart grow fonder for the character for sure. And then when he comes back, he's going to probably be a different man, sort of thing. He's going to have changed. I think that would be where I would personally want the story to go. I mean, I'm not the showrunner, but
yeah,
I mean, I would do that for me.
Yeah, it's just good to know we're going to see him again anyway. So that's the main thing. That's great. Thanks, Grayson.
Thanks, Mel. Just a big shout out to all those who are watching us live on YouTube at the moment. Send your questions through, and then we will do our best to answer as many as we can within the given time frame. So, Grayson, now we're actually going to Italy, and we've got Kate.
Hi, Grayson. It's Kate from Italy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
First of all, nice to meet you, and congratulations for season 4 of Virgin River. It was definitely a success here in Italy, so congratulations. Top 3, still top 3 in Netflix.
Wow, that's fantastic. Oh my God, I didn't know that. How did it go now?
Congratulations, you did a great job. In this season, we saw the strong bond between you and Jack, and his decision about being a Marine. Somebody, but I can say lots of people, said your departure was the most emotional moment of the season here in Italy and in a Netflix Virgin River group of Facebook. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So my question is about that. And I would say, how would you describe the evolution of the relationship between Jack and Ricky over the 4th season? And in your opinion, which are the points they have in common that create that kind of strong bond? Thank you.
Yeah, that's a really great question. I would say for things they have in common, they didn't really have very many things in common. I think originally Jack took care of Ricky and sort of became his father figure early on in Ricky's life. And because of that, Ricky took on a lot of Jack's traits in a way to kind of be more like him and seek some version of approval. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons why he decided to join the Marines is like, that next step to becoming just a little bit more like Jack is how I felt about it, at least. But I say that their relationship changed a lot from season 1 all the way to season 4. I think that Ricky did a lot of growing up, and especially in season 2, there was a lot of butting heads between Jack and Ricky, and that was because the thing is he was kind of shifting into his own person, maybe making mistakes, but Jack realized he kind of needed to let him make some mistakes occasionally, and I think the relationship's grown in a really special way that's quite unique in the show.
Thank you so much for your kind answer. I also think Ricky saw in Jack such a guide for him. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Grayson, so I've watched a few of your interviews, and every single one you're like, this season is the best season yet. So season 1, you were like, this is great. Season 2, right, this is the best season. Season 3, this is the best season. So
a lot, don't I? Yeah.
so which one? I'm picking. You're thinking this latest season is the best season.
See, the reason let me walk you through why I say this every time, because it sounds like I'm just saying shit to say shit, but I mean it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because every season, sorry for the swearing, every season can build on itself
Yes.
in a way, and instead of because the first season there was some choppy bits where we had to get to know people and stuff like that, but every season you already know the person. You don't have to waste time understanding their motivations. You already understand everything they're saying and doing and stuff like that. So it's just there for the drama and the spectacle to happen. So every season they waste less time re-justifying why these things are happening and why the drama is so important to the characters and to you, the audience. And I think that's why I like the show, and just because it gets crazier every season. That too.
Oh, look, I agree. I watched season 1, and I think I don't know. I might have binge watched it in a day actually, and it was only by chance that I came across it. And then season 2, I was like, oh well, that was the best. And then so I absolutely agree. Every season it just seems to get better, and you think, how are they going to top this? And you guys do. So yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, the cliffhangers every season get crazier and crazier.
Yes, yeah, and then you have us hanging for ages, and everybody's just binge watching. Legitimately, there are some ladies on here who have watched it 20 times. So I haven't watched it that many, but yes.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm happy that you guys love this show.
Oh, it is. Yeah. So Grayson, we are going to back to the UK to Marissa.
Hi, Grayson.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, that's me. And thanks very much for joining this. It's very nice.
No problem. I'm happy to be here.
And also, like the others said, many congratulations for the season, which was particularly successful, I think.
Yeah.
So it's
really right. Yeah.
Just a question I wanted to ask. Ricky made this very brave choice of leaving everything he knows in his comfort place to go to the Marines. Is it something that you would do, make a brave choice, not necessarily go to the Marines, but yeah, just a brave choice, or did you make one already in your life?
I suppose there's been several occasions similar to that. But actually when I was young, before I decided I was going to become an actor and do this as a full-time thing, my original passion was joining the military, actually. It was something I had been interested in from a ridiculously young age. I was going to school, and it was one of those dresses the career you want to be sort of thing. And there were some people who were astronauts and stuff like that. I just dressed in all green and put a green hat on and said I was going to be in the military. So, that was something I always wanted to do. But I think for me personally, the biggest decision I've ever made in my life came when I was about 13, and we decided to move me to Vancouver, which is a bigger city compared to Calgary in Canada, where all the filming is happening. And we decided we were going to live in Vancouver, but we couldn't afford a house. So we bought a motorhome and we just lived in it. And I did 2 or 3 auditions a day, just constantly on the edge, because money was tight because we were kind of living in 2 different places at the same time. So that was a pretty big decision, especially for pretty young. But I'm really glad I made it.
Wow, that's good. That's very brave and very young.
Yeah, it was on the younger side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's okay.
So Grayson, you've got 2 dogs, and we were lucky enough to see 2 of them just before. Yeah. Have you always had animals and pets growing up?
Yeah, there's always been at least one dog in the house, and right now I have 2 cats.
Oh.
And the 2 dogs. The cats are in the other house, the house in Calgary. But yeah, so I've always had at least 2 cats in the house, and we used to have this big German Shepherd. He was about like 6 feet tall. Like he could stand up and like put his like paws on your shoulder and stuff like that. So yeah, I've always had dogs. I'm personally a dog guy.
Yeah.
I don't love
Me too.
cats. I can be a bit crass sometimes, but hey, it all works out. I love animals. I was even thinking about maybe getting like a gerbil.
We don't have gerbils here in New Zealand. Is that like a guinea pig or?
It's like a guinea pig, but its front 2 legs are really small. It has this like long tail with like a fluff at the end, and it has like 2. It kind of looks like if you mixed a bunny rabbit and a kind of and like a hamster together, like a bunny rabbit and hamster, and that's kind of like the best way I can kind of describe it. They're really cute.
It kind of sounds like a chinchilla. I'll have to Google it after this to have it.
It's like really small, kind of less hairy chinchilla, like less fluffy.
Okay.
So I was like, you look at yourself. I want that.
Cool. Okay, so Grayson, we're now going to Sue, who's in the USA. So what's your question?
So, how fun is it to work with everyone in the cast, and who is the most practical joker on set?
Definitely Martin, if anyone's a practical. I mean, they're all in their own way. Alex, who plays Mel, loves to dance in between scenes. There'll kind of be like little dance parties in between shots. But Martin, who plays Jack, is definitely the practical joker of everyone. He loves just being random and stuff like that. He's had a few laughs on me.
I just want to say one more thing. Feel free to plug Belinda to all the other cast mates that hasn't talked to her yet, because she does an excellent job.
Oh,
there you go.
Sure.
Oh, so bless you. Actually, I've managed to talk to Martin. He's obviously a fellow Kiwi. So yeah. I think the only one we haven't really talked to yet is Alex, but hopefully we'll get there.
Oh yeah, you'll get there.
Yeah,
No
yeah. Oh, bless you. So, we're actually now going to go back to Italy with Lisa.
Hi, Grayson. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Lisa. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Yeah, just having a good day. You know how it is.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be here because I think Ricky in this 4th season has grown a lot compared to the other. And so my question is, do you think Ricky and Lizzie could get back together in the next season?
See, I think she needs time to kind of, the character needs the arc of like seeing where it goes with Denny and this very will they, won't they, and like you guys have all seen all this before, right? I don't want to spoil.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure. But like Denny with his Huntington's disease and everything like that is so she can have like a lot going on, and I think maybe if like season 6 would be where I would say they would optimally kind of get together, because Denny will have probably passed and it will be an elegant amount of time before she moves on, sort of thing. You know, that's how I would say it. I think season 5 is probably a no, but other seasons, maybe, probably. But who knows? I'm not the writer.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
So Grayson, are you still doing your kickboxing and your parkour?
Yeah, but I broke my nose, so I need to take time. I have to wear. I'm not wearing them right now, but I have to wear like nasal strips constantly because my nose needs to set. But yeah, once that's all healed, I'm getting right back on it. But that's like one of my favorite things to do is parkour and kickboxing, grappling too. I like a little bit of that as well.
So on one of the interviews I watched, you said you're quite accident prone, or you get injured quite a bit whenever you go out and.
Yeah. It definitely happens more than than you'd think.
Yeah.
I have this tendency, especially for parkour, which is why I don't do it as much as I used to, is I would get frustrated that I'm not amazing. And then I would do something that only pros do, hurt myself, and then wonder why I keep on hurting myself.
Yeah, right.
So at least I'm self-aware enough to tell you in an interview.
So is that because that you want to get into stunt work and things like that, or is that just something that you enjoy doing?
Oh yeah, I want to be the next Tom Cruise, 100%.
Oh really? Okay.
That's definitely that's where I'd love to see my career go, sort of thing. Is like doing all these excellent stunts and stuff like that, and that's one of the reasons why I love his movies so much, is because there's this brand of realism that comes with everything he does, and I'm like, that's what I want to be. I want to be just that as cool as him. So
absolutely. And so what's your favorite Tom Cruise movie then?
That's so hard. I mean, everyone loves his newer movies, but I'm kind of a fan of old him. I think he was, if any of you have seen Taps, excellent movie. It was one of his first breakout roles, and he totally stole every moment in that movie. But besides that, I think so far probably my favorite movie from him recently is Top Gun.
Oh,
The Top Gun movie is, wow, dude, that's incredible. That's some filmmaking. I was glued to my chair the entire time, and sometimes I get a little bored of movies. Not bored once the entire movie. So yeah, love. I love everything he does. So picking a favorite is
hard,
basically both for me. Yeah.
Okay, so Grayson, now we are going to Elizabeth, who's a fellow school teacher.
Hi, Grayson.
Oh, hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this. This is obviously fans' dream come true with talking with you and the other cast members. So thank you so much for giving your time so freely. My question for you is, what drew you to the role of Ricky when you first either got the script or got the audition to play him?
When I kind of booked the role, and booking the role was a whole other thing. I did it by accident, but when I had originally got the script and I read some of the books, I realized that he was very similar to me in a lot of ways, where he was, at least the way they wrote it in the script, he's very nervous, and he's not particularly smooth by anyone's standards, and it was hard not to embody that and be drawn to it, because it was just me in basically every sense of the word. So yeah, it was I was drawn to it because it was basically just me. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Elizabeth. We are going to France with Wendy, who it's very hot there, isn't it, Wendy?
Oh yeah, it's really hot. Hi, Grayson.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired today. I have just come back from Cape Town. It took me 31 hours to get here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I want to show you something. Okay.
Yeah.
And it made my journey a bit hard, but I did this in a way for you. Do you know this flower?
I don't know that flower. It's beautiful though.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't do this well. Anyway, it's the protea.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I wish I could get a better angle of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's a beautiful flower. It's the national flower of South Africa, because I am from South Africa.
Okay, cool.
I live and work in France now, so I was actually holding on to that, because I wanted to show it to you.
Oh.
So,
well, that's beautiful. That's a gorgeous flower. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's called the protea, and you can find it only in South Africa. It grows in the mountains in the Cape, so it's unique. But you can find it all over the world because it's one of South Africa's export products. You know, it represents the country. Anyway, so my question is, my question is, you know, I watched at the beginning when I discovered Virgin River. I watched all the interviews that Robin Carr conducted with the cast members, and she asked this particular question to Tim Matheson and to Martin Henderson as well. She asked them which role they would have liked to play apart from their own in Virgin River, and both of them said they would have liked to play Ricky. Okay, so because he's the youngster, he's got his future in front of him, and anyway, but that's my question to you. If you could choose, which role would you have liked to play? Female, male or female? And why?
Oh wow, that is a hard question. Let me think.
Sorry. I'm a teacher too, you know. We used to asking hard.
No, that's a great question. It's not an odd question. It's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let me think. I think I really like to play Doc. I love being sassy and being a little rude and being like, well, that's because you're stupid, sort of thing. And I love that. It's it's such an interesting, like, he has such an interesting arc, kind of like learning humility and falling back in love with someone as well. It's very, very compelling, very, very, when you're reading it in the books and on like you're doing these table reads, I'm like, this is my favorite, like one of my favorite plot lines is like them like rekindling this magic and stuff like that. So I'd say that would be my pick is Doc, just for everything.
Yeah. Good choice, because apart from Ricky, he's my favorite. I love him.
Ray, isn't he so good? Yeah.
Yeah. He's just fantastic. And thanks to him, I like Hope, you know, because otherwise I would not have liked her, you know, but he's him because of Hope, or thanks to Hope. So, well, yeah. Good choice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Wendy. So, Grayson, we have got one of the questions from a viewer who's viewing from YouTube. So, Suzanne has said, "Hi, Grayson. I have a question from the UK. How did you first get into acting, and who would you say, if you really had to pick a favourite, who would you say is your favourite cast member of Virgin River?"
Oh, like personally, like the favorite character or the favorite like.
I think let's say the favorite character. She might email once she might message back once she's watching this.
Okay, for sure. How I got into acting was I was 4 years old and I watched a Jackie Chan movie that I thought was just excellent. I loved it so much that I asked my parents, how do you do what he does? And they're like, well, he's an actor. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And I said that at 4 and they laughed it off because they're like, oh, he's a child, he'll forget about it. But see, I don't remember very much of this, so I'm just going off of my parents, but they said that I asked about every single day for 4 years if I could become an actor. And eventually they enrolled me in classes when I was 8 years old. And it just went from there. But what is my favorite character on the show? Oh, that's a hard one to say. Because I suppose the character you want to play and your favorite character are kind of different. I would say my favorite character has probably got to be Jack. I think that Martin does such an excellent job at the acting that he could really read from a phone book, and I'd probably still like it. But my favorite, I'll answer both, because why the hell not? My favorite person on set, the person who I joke around with the most, is Colin, the guy who plays Preacher. Funniest guy you will ever meet. He is, I mean, I think you said you did an interview with him as well, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, is he ever the funniest dude? Like, he's so charismatic in like every single way. And yeah, just an overall awesome guy.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I a lot of these ladies have joined me on all the interviews, and it's just amazing. The cast, like, they just seem so genuine and so lovely, and yeah, so we've been really lucky to actually chat, and it's just, yeah, it's a fantastic experience for all of us. So yeah, thank you. So Grayson, we are actually going to the Philippines, and we've got Sheila has a question.
Hi, Grayson.
Hello.
Congratulations on the success of Virgin River, and you look awesome today.
Thank you.
And my question for you is, in season 4, what's your unforgettable scene to film, and how did you prepare for it?
I think the scene I will truly never forget is my last scene in season 4. That was something which I prepared very little for, to be honest, other than just knowing the lines, because all the feeling was already there, the feeling of leaving and stuff like that, because he's probably not going to be on season 5. So that like dread, that feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is like my last days, like, and all that really, really hit me on that day. So yeah, it was truly incredible, because I've never had that on the set before. I've never been so pensive about leaving or it being the last day. So I just kind of let it all flow, and it was a emotional day for me. Even off when I was done, it was like there's still some like excess emotions. So I like went into my trailer, had a little cry, that came out. But it was a good time. It was I make it sound a lot more sad than it was. It was very cathartic, is what I should be saying. Instead of like making it sound like I was like being weepy, it was cathartic. That's what I should say. But overall, I'll never forget that scene, like ever. Yep. So
I think everyone who loves Ricky will not forget that scene.
Oh, well, yeah, I hope.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Sheila. So Grayson, what's on your bucket list?
What's on my bucket list? A random one would be like skydiving.
Oh.
But I was thinking bungee jumping, because it's more economical. And you have to train less for it. But yeah, I saw these videos of these guys in like the Netherlands that like push you off a chair while you're in a bungee, like in one of those like with the bungee harness on and everything, and they like tip you off the edge. Looks excellent. I'd really love to do that.
Okay, well, so New Zealand, actually, I think we were the ones who invented bungee jumping, so you'll have to come visit us one day and try some of ours out.
Yeah, I love it. I'll embrace the culture and everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're actually going to Diana, who is in Kentucky.
Hi, Grace. Hi, Grayson. How are you?
Hi. Good. How you doing?
Good. I thought you were going to say in your bucket list you would be a Bengals fan. We're up in Cincinnati Bengals country.
Oh. Well, I want to change my answer.
I was just joking.
No, I like it.
They had their first preseason game, so I joined last, and I totally apologize, but your last scene was marvelous. I almost wanted to thank you for your service. It was so real that you were going in the military.
Thank you. I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy it worked.
And I hope you come back. I know you can't, but I'll be watching until Virgin River ends. I am so hooked, and the actors are amazing. It really seems like you all have fun talking to you all in the interviews. And I don't know that any other show I've watched seems like everybody gels and gets along so well. It seems amazing.
Yeah, it's really truly incredible. I didn't realize, like, I haven't been on a lot of sets, but it was truly something special, because even like the crew crew can be a bit moody sometimes. We're always happy. Everyone was always in a great state of mind, and it made for a really great work environment. And it really comes through in the performances. Everyone's relaxed and can just have a good time and chill. And I've never really been on a set like it before. I've been on a lot of sets, or well, not that many sets, but I've been on a few sets where I was the lead, and never been as chill as on a show like this, because it's all helmed by like professionals who are just fantastic at the job. So it was good to be on a set with people who were infinitely better.
It's awesome. And I love the lady that plays your grandma. I hope she stays on the next episode, and I hope you email her so she can read us letters if you're not going to be on season 5. I hope they give updates and she reads letters.
Yeah, she's awesome. Christine is just the sweetest lady you will ever know. She tells you the cutest stories about how she had moved to New Jersey when she was a small child, right after World War II, and like all these things about how her dad had a candy shop and stuff like that. And like she could talk for hours, and I would listen. Like I would never interrupt. It's just she's just the most incredible lady. So
that is awesome. And before I let you go, can I ask your favorite football team in the NFL?
Yeah, see, now here's the thing. I'm Canadian, so I know very little about football. But I have a few friends who almost joined the BC Lions. So I had to be a fan of theirs. Are they in the NFL? They're not, aren't they? No, they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not. Yeah, we're Canadian. But I suppose... Am I basic? And I'd say the Patriots. Would that be too basic?
Oh, no, you can. Just tune into Super Bowl, because Joe Burrows is going to take us back there.
Yeah? Okay. I'll tune in. I'll tweet about it. It'll be a whole thing. We'll be super American for one day. I'm Canadian. I know nothing about American, anything, but I'll do it. I'll do the whole thing.
Thank you. Thanks for everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Diana. So, Grayson, we've got a few more questions on YouTube, and hopefully we'll get through them all. So we've got Claire has asked, now Ricky is off, but how much? So you've kind of answered one of her questions about how much we will see him in season 5. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because I know Netflix is very strict.
Yeah.
But also she's asked, what storyline are you most excited to see play out? That's a good question.
That's a good question. I'd say the storyline I'm most excited to see is, who the hell are Charmaine's twins? Like, who's their baby daddy? What the actual... I remember I was reading it, and I hadn't read to the end of the episode when we were doing the little script reading that we do before we actually start filming the episodes. And I hadn't read to the end because I was like, I'm not in the last 20-something pages, so I'm just going to have it be like an audiobook. And I was just going to listen to all of it as it plays out. And my camera was on, and luckily I was muted, but I was like, what the? Everyone could see me being like, what's going on, dude? What the hell? And I was swearing, and I was like, Mom, get in here! Charmaine, she cheated on Jack, dude! And I was freaking out. And I was so I'm really excited to see where that's going on, if nothing else.
Thank you. So do you get to watch that before it all airs to everyone else, the public? Do you get to watch it or preview the whole season, or a couple of episodes, or?
For a few seasons, I'm not going to be able to preview I didn't preview season 4, and I probably won't be able to preview season 5. But all the other seasons, yeah.
Okay.
It was good to watch, because you could. The reason they would send them is so that you would when you're doing interviews before the show has released, you actually remember everything.
Yes.
And also so that you don't look or sound like a completely different person when you come on set, because that has happened a few times on set, and people have gotten into trouble.
Oh.
I'm not going to say, but yeah.
Grayson, we've got, actually, I should have mentioned this before, there are a number of ladies who are joining this call who've actually just got back from Vancouver a few weeks ago. They are huge fans of the show, so they went and they just wanted to see the scenery and, you know, where they went to, they went to Jack's Bar and things like that. So, we've got Avril and Joanne's on here. She actually lives there and she's apparently the most amazing host. Marissa, she also was one who you've also spoken to already, and then Kerry as well. And I know that there's a lot of us who, you know, would love to get over if season 6 is announced, hopefully, fingers crossed, would love to get over. But we're actually going to go to Kerry. So Kerry was also one of the ladies, and hopefully Kerry can talk because I know she's been a bit unwell.
Aw.
Hey.
Sorry, my voice is about half gone.
Oh.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for giving up your time on a Saturday to talk with us, because it's definitely the highlight of my, I was going to say day, but it's my highlight of my week, especially since I've been sick all week. So
you're so sweet.
I love how you've developed the character of Ricky. He's changed quite a bit over the 4 seasons, and I'm really hoping he's coming back. So, anyway, you talked a little bit about Tom Cruise and doing stunts. I was wondering what types of roles would you like to perform in the future? Like, do you have a hidden James Bond or a Norman Bates in you somewhere?
Yeah. See, the thing is I don't get to do it very often, but whenever I get the chance, I love doing villainous roles. There's so much more fun. You get to be awful and disgusting, vile, and say just the worst things, which you never say in real life, but you get to just be awful. And it's cool. It's so interesting. And when you're doing a hero role or something like that, you have to be coiffed, and you have to be freshly shaven, and all these other things. And like, I remember auditioning for that Prime show, The Stand, the Stephen King book series, book, and I got to audition for the guy, I forgot his name now, but he was like one of the villains in it. He wasn't the main villain, but he was like I'm forgetting his name completely now. But I got to like just be this horrible, gross guy who was like being super creepy to a girl, and I never get to do that in a project. So I just want to do that. I want to be super creepy, gross, and do like a serial killer sort of thing. Like I was like, maybe I should just write some random project and just be this awful serial killer, just for the fun of it, just so that I can say I've done it and be like, yeah, I have some diversity in my acting, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, why not, right? Just something weird.
Yep. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kerry, and I hope you get better soon.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, get better. I don't know how to help you, but get better.
So, Grayson, you briefly spoke before, and I can't remember if it was on screen. No, I think it was before we started going live to YouTube, but you've said that you've got a voice audition later on today. Have you got any other projects that you're working on that you can share with us?
Not really. All quiet on the Western Front for right now, but I'm always on the hunt. I casually write with some friends, and you know, when you're in the industry, you're always around people who are constantly like tossing around ideas just for the fun of it. So I mean, in that respect, I'm always working on a project, but right now, like being paid to work on a project, no. But I hopefully will be soon.
Cool.
Audition for a few. They're fun, you know.
Well, Joanne's just gone off. I'm just going to come back to, Joanne, there you are. Joanne, did you want to say hello? Have you got any questions?
Hello from West Vancouver.
Oh, hello.
So my question did get answered, so I'm going to kind of go away from the show.
Okay.
When you lived in a motorhome,
yeah,
do you remember what area? And there's a reason for that.
Okay. I lived in 2 different areas at one point. I lived close to White Rock once. It was in a smaller motorhome, and then we upgraded because I booked a few rolls to a Winnebago, and we lived just on the edge of Surrey by the Portman Bridge, in a place called Dogwood. Do you?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's
yeah, it can be a bit, but
no, there's one mobile home park, and I'm in there, like right along the river.
Oh wait, where?
Right along Capilano River.
Oh yeah, I know the bear. I didn't live in that one, but I heard it was pretty nice actually. That's like a good place. So that was on the list, but it might have been too expensive for us in the day.
It is expensive. I'm only 2 blocks from one of your crew parks from last year.
Oh really? That's hilarious. Yeah, they did a lot of filming in the Capilano area, right? Yeah.
So guess where I was a lot.
If you just wear one of those like construction vests, put a walkie-talkie on your belt, and then put it in your ear, walk in. No. Put a mask on as well. You can just walk in. I can't tell you how many times I have walked onto a set, eaten some crafty, and just left. Just because I could. I wasn't hungry. Yeah, because they're so busy, and especially on like big shows where they have a bunch of extras, you just put a mask on, you walk through. No one cares. They just assume that you're just some random extra who's being annoying.
That's easier than flirting with all the crew.
Huh?
So that's easier than flirting with all the crew to get in.
Oh yeah, See, it's just about knowing the right people. You know, you just gotta hear from the advice. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. It was super easy, especially before COVID. You just walk around, no one will bother you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so now you know.
But now it's just trying to find them because now everything's digital. There's no sound.
Right? Yeah, it's hard to know where they're filming now. I mean, they'll have big plaques saying VR on them, and that and they'll have like little arrows. So if you ever see that, just follow it.
Last year, but there's none around this year.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can't find any VR signs.
Maybe they just haven't, because I know they're filming season 5 right now. I just don't know how far they're into filming it. So they're probably waiting to shoot all of, like the big spectacle stuff after summer's over, because Capilano would be the most expensive to rent around that time. But I don't know. It's hard to say, really.
Good to know. Okay, thank you.
Watch this, Grayson. So there are going to be like way more than normal extras or construction people walking around trying to get on set.
I gave the advice, and now the producers are going to call and be like, "What did you do?
Yes,
can't say stuff like that."
I'm not going to say which Virgin River actor, but I did do an interview with one of them, and then I was quite shocked, or I don't know what the word would be, but they watched the interview, and then this actor got in touch and said, "Oh, can you cut out that bit of the interview because I wasn't meant to say that." So yeah, they're quite strict.
Yeah, I know who contacted you too. She's a go-getter. She's fast. Yeah, she's like one of those people where I would post an Instagram story, and like 5 minutes later, she'd like storm on set. She'd be like, that's like spoiling it. And I'd be like, how do you know? I haven't even checked to see how many people have liked it. Or I had to like delete it really fast, but she just knew. Like, it was incredible.
Oh yeah. So I was quite flattered that someone from Netflix or whoever was watching it, but yes, no. So I had to delete part of the interview, but that's okay.
Oh, that's what we do.
We have got a couple more minutes because I know that you have got some other things that you've got to jet away and do. And so I haven't done it this way before, but is there anyone else who would like to ask Grayson another question? Because I know that you've sent me through quite a few questions. So if there is, just wave your hand. Oh, Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth. What's your question?
So, Grayson, my other question for you is, what was your favorite memory of behind the scenes? Something that happened that's the most memorable, that sticks out in your mind?
Okay, well, I can tell you the funniest thing that happened on set was my first scene in the show, and it was when Mel arrives at the bar for the first time, and she's taking it all in. And Ricky has that little exchange where he thinks she's really pretty, but is a dork. And then Jack shoos him away, and he has to I don't know if you could ever see me, but in the background I had to put put it tall in the one you saw, it was little short shot glasses or whatever, or whiskey glasses. But for the first few takes, they were pints. And you wonder, how am I supposed to balance empty pints on a huge wobbly tray while going through these the doors to the kitchen were very stiff, so you had to put a lot of weight into them, and they would snap. So I had done it a few times very carefully, and in the middle of I think the third take, I came out and I felt confident because I'd done it a few times, and I was trying to be oh, I'm gonna show off to Mel, show her how good I can do this, and the door comes straight off my shoulder, whips, smacks me in my back, and I it just all these an insane amount of glasses, 6 or 7 of them all fell off, only 3 stayed on, and they almost all shattered immediately, and it was in the middle of a take, and Martin, without missing a beat, just goes, "Jesus, Ricky," and just keeps on talking, and I'm sorry, and then I have to just pick up the glasses that didn't completely shatter and put them on the thing, and then run back out. And for the rest of the take, because there was a lot of blocking that happened, Martin was moving a lot, so he was stepping through all of this glass with his big heavy boots. So in the middle of the scene, you hear this crunch, crunch, crunch as he was going to pick up the whiskey bottle, crunch, crunch, crunch on the way back as he places it down. And I was in the kitchen area, and it wasn't filming me, and I was just trying not to cry or laugh. I don't know. I was just and it was one of the first. Yeah, that was the third take I did, maybe less. So so yeah, I will. I'll never forget that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. So Avril Grayson, she was one of the lovely ladies who travelled all the way. So she's in New Zealand. So she travelled to Vancouver, and she just got back, I think, last weekend. Her internet, I'm sure she's going to get it sorted for next time. So she has asked, one of them, she said that she has become the Virgin River sock lady, because I know that she knitted quite a few pairs of socks and sent them to the cast. And she said, what colour of socks would you like?
Oh, green.
Green. Okay, so they're coming your way. You'll have to keep an eye out.
I would be so happy. I've never been sent a pair of socks before. That's such a nice gift. Oh my God.
And she's also, another one of her question was that she read in your bio that you're also a writer and director.
Oh, yeah. That was a long time ago. It was kind of guided by adults for the most part, but yeah, I remember that. That was a really fun time, and I was actually thinking that I haven't done enough of it, and that I should get back into that because it's been just too long since I tried something different and new, a weird wacky project. That would be fun.
Awesome.
So yeah, I should do more of that.
No, look, claim it. Yep, writer, director, awesome. Add it to your resume. Hey, we are coming up on our hour, so I just wanted to say a huge thank you so much, Grayson, for taking the time out to chat. I hope that we can do this again. It's been fun.
Yeah, this was amazing. I really loved this.
Cool. And thank you so much for everyone who's watching live on YouTube, and to all the lovely ladies who have joined in today. Thank you so much. And yeah, Grayson, enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, we'll talk again.
Hey, yeah, you guys all enjoy your day. Have a really nice day, all right?
Cool. Thanks, Grayson. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.